am Priya from Basic Sciences 1A. Today, I will be able to explain how miscommunication happen and give the four practices that help daily interaction gain better communication, and enumerate and explain the 10 common barriers to effective communication, and last, explain the 4 types of noise and communication. But before we start our topic for today, we go back first to our first topic, last activity, which is communication. Communication is the act of receiving or giving or sharing an information. So that is communication. So now let's start our topic, which is how miscommunication happens. Miscommunication occurs when an intended message is not understood or not intended information is lost or in translation. Sometimes miscommunication may only cause minor misunderstanding, but other times they can cause a lot more pain financially and or emotionally. So that's miscommunication happens. So now, let's proceed to the 4 practices that help daily interaction gain better communication. 1. Listening skills. Clear communication starts with active listening. If you just focus on how you are expressing yourself, chances are you are not listening or reacting to what others are bringing to the table. An effective communicator uses a variety of lifestyle. They pay close attention to what's being said and makes others feel heard and considered. 2. Empathy. Empathy, being able to understand the feelings of those around you, is an integral part of being an effective communicator. Empathizing means both understanding and relating to someone else's feelings. Having high emotional intelligence and demonstrating an ability to empathize builds rapport between you and others and increases ability to communicate. 3. Non-verbal communication skills. In addition to verbal message, effective communication relies on non-verbal clues. Developing an awareness of your body language and tone of voice will improve your messaging and presentation skills. 4. Teamwork. The ability to actively encourage in team building and consistently collaborate with co-workers is an important part of building your business communication skills. The more you build strong relationship and rapport with others in the workplace, the more effectively you'll be able to communicate with them. So now, let's proceed to the 10 common barriers to effective communication. 1. Linguistic barriers. The language barrier is one of the main barriers that limit effective communication. Language is the most commonly employed tool of communication. The fact that each major region has its own language is one of the barriers to effective communication. Sometimes, even a thick dialect may render the communication ineffective. 2. Psychological barriers. These are the various mental and psychological issues that may be barriers to effective communication. Some people have stage fixed speech disorders, phobia, depression, and etc. All of these conditions are very difficult to manage sometimes and will most certainly limit the ease of communication. 3. Emotional barriers. The emotional IQ of a person determines the ease and comfort with which they can communicate. A person who is emotionally mature will be able to communicate effectively. On the other hand, people who let their emotions take over will face certain difficulties. 4. Physical barriers to communication. They are the most obvious barriers to effective communication. These barriers are mostly easily removable in principle. At least they include barriers like noise, closed doors, faulty equipment used for communication, closed cabins, and etc. Sometimes in a large office, the physical separation between various employees combined with faulty equipment may result in severe barriers to effective communication. Number 5. Cultural barriers of communication. As the world is getting more and more globalized, any large office may have people from several parts of the world. Different cultures have a different meaning for several basic values of society. Dressing, religions, or lack of them, food, drinks, pets, and general behavior will change drastically from one culture to another. 6. Organizational structures barriers. As we saw, these are many methods of communication at an organization level. Each of these methods has its own problems and constraints that may become barriers of effective communication. Most of these barriers arise because of misinformation or lack of appropriate transparency available to the employees. 7. Attitude barriers. Certain people like to be left alone. They are the introvert or just people who are not very social. Others like to be social or sometimes extra clingy. Both these cases could become a barrier to communication. Some people have attitude issues like huge ego and inconsiderate behaviors. Number 8. Perception barriers. Different people perceive the same things differently. This is a fact which we must consider during the communication process. Knowledge of the perception levels of the audience is crucial to effective communication. All the message or communique must be easy and clear. Their student
Number 9.
be in a room for a diversified interpretation set. Physiological barriers. Certain disorder or disease or other limitation could also prevent effective communication between the various channels of an organization. The shrillness of voice, dyslexia, and etc. are some examples of physiological barriers to effective communication. However, these are the crucial because they can easily be compensated, removed. Number 10. Technological barriers and socio-religious barriers. Other barriers include the technological barriers. The technology is developing fast, and as a result, it becomes difficult to keep up with the newest developments. Hence, sometimes the technological advance may become a barrier. In addition to this, the cost of technology is sometimes very high. So those are the 10 common barriers to effective communication. And now, let's proceed to the 4 types of noise and communication. The four types of noise in communication are: 1. Physical noise. Physical noise includes the sounds created around you every day. It occurs externally and may distract you from what you are trying to hear. For instance, someone whispering in a classroom can disrupt a presentation given by a teacher. Other examples of physical noise include um, a baby crying when they wake up from a nap, and a concert taking place outside. So those are the 10 common barriers to effective communication. And now, let's proceed to the 4 noise and communication. The 4 noise and communications are: 1. Physical noise. Physical noise includes the sounds created around you every day. It occurs eventually and may distract you from what you are trying to hear. For instance, someone whispering in a classroom can disrupt a presentation given by a teacher. Other examples of physical noise include: example number 1, a crying baby when they wake up from a nap. Example number 2, a concert taking place outside. Example number 3, loud music playing in a passing car. 2. Physiological noise. Physiological noise occurs when you encounter a barrier to hearing. It could be a barrier you create, or it may be an issue with another person speaking. It encompasses physical problems such as being hard of hearing or not being to differentiate low noises. Other kinds of physiological noise include: example number 1, speaking too fast or too slow. Example number 2, not pausing or breath while speaking. Example number 3, having trouble articulating a thought or mumbling. 3. Semantic noise. Semantic noise occurs when people try to communicate about something lack the common background or knowledge to share ideas effectively. They may have a different primary language or rely on a separate dialect. Sometimes, cross-cultural communication can result in semantic noise and add to misunderstandings. Additional examples include: example number 1, using jargon that another person misunderstands or isn't familiar with. Example number 2, misinterpreting body language such as eye contact or voice tone. Example number 3, speaking words that can have 2 different meanings. 4. Psychological noise. Psychological noise refers to the noise in your head that can prevent you from concentrating. It may include wandering thoughts like switching topics too quickly, making it difficult for the listener to follow your narrative. People who think they know something already also have psychological noise in their heads. Other examples include: example number 1, close-minded that leads you to discount ideas. Example number 1, close-mindedness that leads you to discount ideas. Example number 2, sarcasm when someone disagree with your news. Example number 3, thinking about an unrelated topic during a conversation. And that's all for today, and thank you and goodbye.